I'm Peter South. I'm with iTrip Vacations Tempe, and I've been with the company about 3 months. What I loved about the iTrip discovery process is everything was methodical and a process driven, which I thought was awesome. I said, this company knows this is how you do this, and that just really spoke to me. I just thought it was really cool. Yeah, I looked at a lot of franchises coming into this process, and one of the great things about iTrip that I thought was that this is a company that wants you to be successful. And they won't just say, here's your market, now go make business, have business. And everyone that I talked to along the way, they were generally invested in, Peter, we want you to be successful in your market. Yeah, so I looked at a lot of franchises, and I felt intrigued about iTrip because I didn't know that this was a business model that could make money. It would be successful. You know, you think, oh, vacations, that's Florida. But you think, oh, I can be a successful business person doing this here in Tempe, Arizona. So that's why I was intrigued to learn more about, is this real? Can they really deliver on this thing? That this is a lifestyle successful business that I can run? And then the scary part was, boy, it's just, you have to have a lot of courage to be a small business owner. You don't just wake up and say, oh, this is easy. Running a business is really hard. It's a really difficult thing. And to think, I'm this person, I'm the owner, I'm going to be successful with it. It's pretty daunting. So I owned a home automation company about 10 years ago, and it was so difficult because I had to invent everything. I could buy a product, go, Peter, go sell this product. Great product, but that was it. I just had this product, and when you go into the franchise system, you're buying a product, but you're also buying a proven system, and you have a group of people that say, hey, we have all this institutional knowledge that we're going to download into you as quickly as possible and help you along the way that you don't get when you try to just start from scratch. And that's what my biggest fear was, like starting another business from scratch. I could have started a property management company in Tempe, Arizona, but it would have just been Peter's Properties, and I'm still going to sell Peter's Properties, but then I have the support of this national leader that is not just Peter's Property, and that's really the bigger difference, I think. Yeah, so I've been training with iTrip for a couple weeks, and one nice thing is that the company has done a lot of videos to sort of set a foundation, and I think the great thing is that I keep getting this foundation. It's more sturdy, stronger. You start with the videos, and then I had someone come out to visit with me in the city, which was great because he gets to drive around with me, and we get to drive around the city, and then you get that validation. Oh, I can see a house there. Oh, I can see a house there. And it really helps you feel like, okay, this is great. This is going to be a business that's going to be successful when you have the professional, the experienced iTrip representative come and say, oh yeah, this market is great. And coming to Nashville, I mean, this team that I'm sitting with, they're the most friendly, the nicest people, answer all the questions. As many questions as I have, new guy coming in, this just such a friendly group that I have no doubt that when I have questions after I leave here, I'll pick up the phone and they'll be happy to talk to me and help me. When I was doing the franchise discovery process, I was working with a professional coach, number one, to really help me navigate because, you know, there's just so much that you couldn't even have thought about. And when you get all the information from the franchise, you get the word of the people you're speaking with. They talk very highly about the company, and then you get all the giant legal stack of papers. And you see this as just a regular person, you think, oh, here's several hundred pages of information. It's a little daunting to think, what is hidden in here? What's the thing that I don't know about? And I did ask a lot of questions to you when we had some conversations, and I really wanted to make sure I understood the economics of this because I invested a lot of my money into this. This is Peter's money. This is my investment in myself and my family, and I had to make sure that I understood going into this. Can Peter's Tempe iTrip, can it sustain itself while I build the business out? Because I knew it wasn't going to start with 50 properties in day one. I understand that. So I had to make sure that I understood what was my financial responsibility back to the franchise. No problem. I'm happy to pay iTrip the money because the value is there. I see the value there, but I want to make sure I understood that before I sign another dotted line. And so far, all of the economics have met all of my expectations, and everything everyone said, it's all lined up. And now it really just comes down to I have to go execute what's been presented to me and start generating the revenue going forward. It's a little jarring when you go from I have all this experience to now I just have this little bit, this little cup. I don't have, maybe just like I've had this little teacup of experience, and it's a little scary. But what I do know is that everything just comes down to a process. And iTrip is very process oriented. Follow the process, everything will be fine. There's no really fear in it. For anyone looking into iTrip right now, this is the advice that was given to me. I have a friend who owns a Chick-fil-A, and he said to me, when you buy a franchise, make sure you buy into somebody that's going to support you after you sign. And I interviewed with several companies, and I interviewed with another property management firm, and I knew right away from the first conversation they weren't going to have any support. And with iTrip, I could tell that this company was right there to support you after you sign. And that to me is the most important thing that I ultimately felt about iTrip, that they would be there after.